Hey guys, welcome back, welcome to my channel. Today is a very exciting video. I am super excited to share this with you because I've been waiting on these for a long time. I've been in and out of the drugstore trying to find them in store and I couldn't find them, so I finally just went online and purchased them off there. I am reviewing today the new Wet n Wild brush collection that they came out with. There is 17 total in their collection. I have 12, I think, too. Yes, I have 12. The other ones were just brushes that I didn't really see myself using. I have very similar ones in my collection already, so I didn't feel the need to purchase those. I have not used these at all yet, so this is kind of like a first impressions. I did already wash these for a couple reasons. One, I wanted to be able to tell you if the pink on the tip of the brush the dye ran, and it did not, so I was very pleasantly surprised about that. And I also wanted to tell you about the shedding. I noticed a little tiny bit of shedding when I was washing, but nothing too bad at all. Pretty common stuff. I didn't notice it like excessively shedding or anything. So the brushes are really, really cute. They have white bristles up until about there, and then the top is pink, and then the handle is white, and it also has a little indentation right here for where your finger goes, which I think is really, really cute. So first off, I'm going to go through all the brushes that I have and talk about them a little bit, and then I'm going to apply some products on my face using these brushes so you guys kind of get a first impression on what I think about them. So this first brush I have here is just called their powder brush. It almost is a little bit tapered. It kind of goes in a little bit, which I'm not crazy about. I really like big, fluffy, you know, powder brushes, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to use this for. Maybe bronzer, because it kind of looks like my current bronzer brush right now. Really, really, really soft. They feel extremely well made. The big ones retail for $2.99, I believe, and then the small, like the eyeshadow brushes, like these guys retail for $1.99, so they are extremely inexpensive and extremely affordable. But yeah, so that's the first one I have. That is the powder brush. The second one I have to talk about is the large stipple brush. This one is actually opposite from the other ones. It is pink on the bottom, and then the white is on the top. And again, very, very, very soft. That's what it looks like. So the next one I have is their small stipple brush. This again has the pink here on the bottom and then the white on the top. Very good size. I like this type of brush for like applying cream blushes. Next one I have is their flat top brush. This is what this one looks like. I'm going to try and apply foundation with this. It is not as dense as I would like my foundation brush to be, but we are going to see how this guy applies foundation. Then I have their blush brush. This one is pretty tapered. It goes in quite a bit, like so. Good size, good shape. Again, all these are extremely soft and velvety, and I don't even notice any shedding when I'm like playing around with them, so we'll see if I get any when I apply. The next brush I have to talk about is their contour brush. I'm extremely excited to try this guy. It looks really similar to the blush brush, but it's a little bit smaller and it's more angled. So that is what that looks like. Then I have their fan brush. This I am so excited for. I don't own a fan brush, but I've always liked how highlight applied with the fan brush, so I'm excited to try this one. Next one, again, is another one I'm really excited for. This is their smoky liner brush. It is extremely short, dense. I think this is going to be great for smoking out the lower lash line, so I'm really excited to try that guy. Next, I picked up their large concealer brush. I don't really know why I got this, honestly. When I open this, I don't really know what I'm going to use this for. I think I might try blending out my concealer with it just to see how it does, but I don't normally use brushes like this to blend out my concealer, and it's definitely too big for an eyeshadow brush, so we'll kind of play with this one and see what I like best. Then I have their, what is this? This is their small eyeshadow brush. Just looks like a little flat shader brush. Pretty densely packed. I think this is going to be great for packing on color. And then I have their large eyeshadow brush. This one's pretty fluffy. I think I'm going to probably use this for packing on color in the crease. Last but not least, we have their blending brush. This guy's bristles are pretty long, longer than I'm used to, but I think that this will be really nicely for blending out the crease. Alright, so let's try and apply some products with these guys. First, I'm obviously going to apply my foundation. Just going to mix the Maybelline Matte and Poreless with the BH Cosmetics liquid foundation. Again, the brush that I'm going to be using for this, which is their flat top brush, is not normally what I would use to apply foundation. If I'm going to use a brush, I like a pretty dense brush, and this is not dense at all, so we'll see how it does. Okay, so again, this is what their flat top brush looks like, and we will see how this goes. Whenever I'm applying my foundation with the brush, I kind of like to push it into the skin to begin with, and then I start to kind of rub it around. So pushing, 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 and then we're gonna start to kind of rub it in. Actually, I'm not hating this. I'm gonna go over my eyes. Okay, so this actually applied my foundation pretty nicely. I don't see any like brush streaks. Yeah, I actually kind of like this for applying foundation. Yes, I'm very pleasantly surprised. Oh, how you guys are going to be able to see, but it applied it very evenly. No brush strokes. Anything like that. Okay, so next I'm going to apply concealer. I'm just going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me, and I'm going to try and blend it out with that concealer brush, but just in case, I did bring a damp sponge because I have a feeling that that's not going to work very good. But we're going to try it. Large concealer brush, again, looks like this, and I'm just going to start tapping it into the skin. Oh wow, okay, I'm not too I don't love it, but I definitely don't hate it. I mean, it's okay. I definitely prefer the way that my Beauty Blender applies it better, but I am pleasantly surprised. It is better than I thought that it was gonna be. But I am going to just take the other side and take the Beauty Blender and push that in, and we'll see actually if we can tell a difference between the brush side and the Beauty Blender side. Okay. Yeah, I think that this side, I think it looks more not blended in as well. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to tell, but that is not my favorite brush. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to use that for, but blending out concealer is not one of them. So I'm just quickly going to set that with my e.l.f. HD setting powder, and I'm going to use my normal brush I use to set things. This one is just from BH Cosmetics, and it is a little tapered guy. So obviously I'm not doing like a crazy makeup tutorial or anything. Honestly, I'm just going to wash this off when I get done, but I just wanted to show you guys kind of how the brushes apply and things like that. Alright, so I'm going to take what's left on my setting brush and run that over where I'm going to contour, just so it blends a little bit better on my skin. Alright, and now we're going to contour. I'm super excited to try this brush. I'm going to be using the Anastasia contour kit, and I'm going to be using the shade Fawn, which is this really cool toned one in the center here. Normally what I use to contour is this guy right here. It's a very domey type round brush, so it is extremely different from the Wet n Wild one. So again, here is the Wet n Wild contour brush. Okay. I'm just going to put it on the edge and lightly start to blend. That actually applied it really, really nice. I liked that I was able to use the edge and kind of get my my line drawn, and then I could go in and really blend it out. So I'm going to finish the rest of my face with this. Alright, so I really liked how that applied my contour. And then I'm going to take this large stipple brush and go in and just kind of blend that contour out a little bit more, just so it's not so harsh. Alright, and then for blush, I'm going to use this blush from Ofra. It's in the shade Paradise Pink. And for that, I am going to use the blush brush that looks like that. I do really like blush brushes that look like this, so I think that I'm really gonna like this guy. Yeah, that applies it so beautifully. And these brushes blend everything out really nice.
Love you.
Love you too. And I don't notice any shedding on my face, which is obviously a plus. Okay, so next I'm going to go on with my highlight. I'm just going to use this e.l.f. highlight in the shade Pinktastic. Actually, this is marketed as a blush, but there is no way that this is going to be blush on me. So I'm going to use the fan brush for this. I'm so excited. I've always wanted to highlight with a fan brush, but I've never had one. So oh yeah, I love that. I love how easy it is just to get the spot you want. So again, I'm going to go back into that duo fiber brush and just blend that out. Alright, so now we're going to do some eyeballs. I just brought in my Makeup Geek Z palette. I'm just going to do a really, really simple, effortless look. I might actually only do one eye. Would that be weird? Okay, so I'm going to first start with the Wet n Wild crease brush, and I'm going to go into Creme Brulee, which is the most beautiful transition shade. And just going to start buffing that into the crease, or right above the crease. Oh, wow, I really like this brush so far. This might be my favorite one. Nah, we'll do both eyes. I love this brush so far. I think that this might be my favorite. Okay, and then I'm going to use this guy, which I think was marketed as their, what was it marketed as? I think it was their large eyeshadow brush. Pretty sure that's what it's called. And I'm going to go in with, I think this is Latte. Is this Latte? Nope, Frappe. I'm going to go with Frappe and put this directly into my crease using this guy. I love these eye brushes a lot. I really like this for going in the crease. It's just really easy to control the color and to not get it all over the place. So now I'm going to go back into this crease brush and just blend that out. Alright, and then I'm going to take the small eyeshadow brush, looks like that, and I'm just going to take Makeup Geek's Shimmer, I think it's actually Shimma, and apply this all over the lid. And this one applies beautifully as well. I knew I was going to like this one. And I'm going to go back into that crease brush and blend it out. So finally, I'm going to go into this smoky liner brush, which I'm super excited about. I'm going to take a little bit of Frappe on it and smoke out the lower lash line. Oh yeah, that works perfectly for that. Alright, so I'm not going to apply mascara or lips because this really isn't a tutorial. This was just me using the brushes. I only didn't use two. The small stipple brush, like I said, would be great for like cream blushes and things like that. I definitely will use this. And then the powder brush, which actually I can't use this. Let's try and use it as a bronzing brush. I'm going to go back into that Anastasia contour kit and I'm going to mix these two warmer shades together and just bronze up the skin with this brush. yeah, I like that for bronzer. Alright, and again, no shedding on the face, or haven't noticed any while I was using them, just the initial, you know, couple hairs when I washed them. Alright guys, so that was all of the brushes. I hope you guys found this tutorial or this review helpful. I definitely really like these brushes. This was just a first impression, so I'll have to kind of play around with them a little bit more, but as of right now, I really, really like these brushes, especially for $1, like, you cannot beat that. These are definitely not the most highest quality brushes, but again, for $1, it's extremely worth the money. And again, $2 for the big guys. Or sorry, $3 for the big guys. I do like all of them a lot. I think I might like the eyeshadow brushes just a smidge more. I just think that they applied the eyeshadow very seamlessly and beautifully. But I do like the face brushes as well. So thank you so much for watching my video today and taking the time to click on it. It means a lot to me. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And also, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!